young, talented teams making for such an exciting series. So
I don't think they got the item they wanted, though.
Probably not. Neither did I today, because I literally spent 2 hours in there. This is a must-win situation for Minnesota, and Karl Anthony Towns making it known with that throwdown. Minnesota up 5, fired up, setting the tone early. 3 minutes to go in the half. Grizzlies down 3. Ja pushing. Ja good. Ooh, it takes a little time, but it's in. Now, that right there would be Morant's first field goal of the game. He was held to just 4 points in the first half. You see a little frustration there. Grizzlies down 3 at halftime. Now we go to the third. Timberwolves lead by 8. Towns cutting through the paint, picking up the foul in the process. Timberwolves up 11. Grizzlies now down 10. Morant attacking, doing anything he can to get this squad back in it. His dad, who he's called his biggest hater, showing a little love. He has to keep him humble, though. He's humbled right there. Morant turning it over. Malik Beasley to Jaden McDaniels, and alley-oop throw down. A-Rod approved. It's the only man that matters, right? Entering Game 6, teams are 30-3 this postseason when having 10-plus point leads in the fourth. Minnesota has 2 of those 3 losses. Yeah, they've been blowing games. McDaniels to Jaren Jackson Jr. He's like, not this time. Timberwolves up 5. Next Timberwolves possession. Towns through the lane. Excuse me, coming through. Throwing it down with that one-handed slam. Timberwolves back up 7. Middle of the fourth. Grizzlies now cut it to a 3-point game. And there you go for 3, Dillon Brooks. We have a tie game, 97-97. A minute later, Brooks attacking. Pat Bev stepping in, taking charge, getting physical. He doesn't care. Brooks, 23 points in this game. Significant loss for the Grizzlies right there. So just about 3 to play. Desmond Bane in the corner. Born in the darkness, shining under the lights. Bane would have 23. Grizzlies go up 2. About 2:30 to play. Morant. Here we go. That's more like it. Starting to feel himself. Grizzlies take a 4-point lead. Under 2 to play. Same score. McDaniels for 3. Feeling it this game. He had 24 coming off the bench. Morant. Tyus Jones for 3, buries it. Grizzlies back up 4. Minute to go. This back and forth brawl between these 2 teams. Jordan McLaughlin attacking up and under, and he's good. Back to a 2-point game. Morant to Clark. Clark dropping it off to Jackson Jr. Ooh, he's fighting his way out of the bucket. Grizzlies with a 2-possession lead. Beverly wide open in the corner. It doesn't go. He does so much for that team, but that 3 wouldn't be it. Grizzlies come back to win, to clinch the series. Do the gritty dance. Do your thing, Ja.
Hey, I told y'all.
How you feeling?
I told y'all.
How you feeling, bro?
I was saving it. I was saving it. Hey, I was saving it. Let's get it, man. Back to the L.
They was there last year, and they was the same way, having leads, letting the game slip away, and we just not as experienced as them, man. It happens. Like every game we won besides the second game. We just bad shots, turnovers. It's all good.
I looked at half court and I just thought about everything that I've been through, and I'm just very I'm just appreciative of how far I've come, and the guys I have in this locker room, and the honor it's been to play with them.
I mean, it's a tough pill to swallow because Friday was the 3rd time this series that the Grizzlies won after trailing by at least 10 entering the fourth quarter. Not only had no team ever done that in a series before, but prior to the Grizzlies pulling it off, no team had ever done it in a single postseason. Now to some unfortunate news. The 76ers star center Joel Embiid is out indefinitely with an orbital fracture and mild concussion. The injury occurred at the end of the 76ers' Game 6 win when Embiid was defending a drive by Pascal Siakam. Sources told ESPN there was not an indication he would need surgery. He will be evaluated again next week. When Embiid was hurt on Thursday, the 76ers were up by 29 points with under 4 to go. So in the last 25 seasons, no team leading by at least 25 with under 5 minutes left had ever lost a game. So many people are asking, why was he in the first place? With Philly's win, teams improved to 3,969-0 in that scenario in the last quarter century.
Don't listen to Mad Dog Russo on his radio show and the channel trying to, basically persuade everybody to keep them damn posters up or billboards up of Elvis and encouraging everybody to go to Graceland. All right, you want to go to Graceland, that's fine. But if you really, really want to see the modern day entertainer that John Morant is, excuse me, that's the brother that needs to be all over Memphis, Tennessee. Having said all of that, I still expect them to go home in the next round. I expect them to win this series against Minnesota, give Minnesota its props. Karl Anthony Towns has showed up. Anthony Edwards shouldn't be trying to steal that damn last ball because you gave Jada Lane to scoop in there under, that spectacular acrobatic layup to win the game. You shouldn't have went for that steal, Anthony Edwards. That was a rookie mistake, bottom line. But in the end, even though you're not a rookie, you're a second-year player, but in the end, what it comes down to is this. Ja could do these things considering some of the injuries and everything else that has taken place in the Western Conference, but I'm not predicting that's going to happen. I believe that the Warriors are the one team standing in Memphis way, not Phoenix, not Dallas, not Utah, not Minnesota, the Golden State Warriors, Lethal Weapon 3. That's what I think is standing in their way, and that's why it ain't going to happen. But I guess he could, if you want to ask the question that way. It ain't going to happen, though.
Take it easy. I mean, geez, they should be out of this series with Minnesota. My God, now you say they could possibly win and get to an NBA final. First off, Ja played terribly in the first 3 quarters of the game. Forget the dunk. He missed a million free throws, did not shoot the ball well. And, everybody making a big deal about this dunk at the end of the third quarter. Minnesota had an 11-point lead with 7 minutes to go in the game. 6:58, they had an 11-point lead. So they weren't that affected by the dunk because they came back in the fourth quarter with an 11-point lead with 6.5 minutes to go. Listen, he is great. He's dynamic going into the basket. He had an unbelievably good fourth quarter, no argument. He's not a great shooter. He made a huge 3. But he's not a great shooter. But this is really, to me, more about Minnesota. I heard Jay here killed Finch last week after that terrible loss they had in Game 3 where they blew they blew 2 leads in Game 3. And there's no way they should have lost the game last night. I mean, they led that game from start to finish. They were the much better team. There's no way in ever they should have lost that game last night. And Edwards, listen, he's 20 years old. He is going to be great, but he doesn't make a lot of people better, and he takes a lot of bad shots, and that's a defensive play that you can't make in that scenario. You cannot give him a lane for a layup. Make them make a jump shot to beat you so you can get to overtime. You can't let him go to the basket. That's what he does well. But the idea now, Stephen A., that we think there's a chance they could scare the Warriors is absolutely absurd. I think they're going to lose Game 6, and they could easily lose Game 7. They should have lost last night. They lost Game 1. So this idea that they're home free against a Timberwolves team that has done nothing but shoot themselves in the foot is a little strong. But that's what you do. Morant plays like he's great, and now all of it.
You stick with that, even though I think Golden State is the better team. But this is the moment that we've all been waiting for. They're going to get by Minnesota, and when they do, now here's your chance, John Morant. All the trash talking, all the stuff that I think I know you are on the biggest stage possible going against Stephen Curry, Jordan Poole, and Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. If there's a moment to show the world that Memphis basketball has arrived, it's about going against the Golden State Warriors. And Stephen A., I know you owe me a Tom Ford suit. So here's what I'm willing to do. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. Do you want to run it back? Double or nothing. 2 Tom Ford suits that Memphis will beat the Golden State Warriors or nothing at all.
Oh, wow. Absolutely.
Do you want?
Absolutely.
You want to?
I'll take that.
I'm sticking with Memphis. I'm riding with Memphis.
Thank you very much for that.
Yeah, there's 2 Tom Ford suits too. I want 2 now.
They're not cheap. They're
okay,
not cheap.
I know they're not
cheap. They're expensive. And so, we can take that bet because I'm
helping you get back in the game.
Warriors, baby.
Okay.
Listen, let me say this, Doggy. Yeah. I love me some Memphis Grizzlies. I respect the hell out of them. I love Desmond Bane. I love this kid, Brandon Clark. Boy, he is something special. Mm-hmm. I mean, his activity and his energy off the bench, that was a big-time rebound and putback that he had late in the game last night. He finished with 21 points. This brother is something nice. I love his acquisition on that squad. Jaren Jackson Jr., I'm a fan of his as well. Dylan Brooks, all of these guys. I love their moxie. I love their swag. I love all of that. And they can shoot. I'm talking about Bane and Brooks and these brothers. They can shoot the basketball now. Now, Ja is problematic in terms of shooting from the perimeter. He made a big-time 3 last night, but that's not his necessary skill set. And I think that's going to come back to haunt him. Now, John going to give you 30. He going to give you 30, 35 with the tempo that Golden State plays with or whatever. I do agree with Doggy. They're going to lose Game 6 to Minnesota. I think they lose Game 6 at Minnesota. I think this now is a 7-game season. I thought they'd lose in 5. Give Minnesota props, okay? I thought they were losing 5. Now I think it's going 7 because I think they're going to win Game 6, but Memphis will come back, close the deal in Game 7, and then they're going to go up against Lethal Weapon 3. And it's a different animal in that regard. So I will take your bet, Jay Williams. Double or nothing, ain't no problem for me. You understand? I got no problems with it. And Doggy, you be respectful. Everybody just calm down. First, you're talking about stars. You're always talking about greatness. You're always talking about moments. But then when John Morant gives you a moment, you want to act like everybody needs to calm down.
You want to put these guys in the Hall of Fame. I mean, you want to give them championships.
You know what?
He made listen, I'm not stupid. I watch the games. He is great. I get that. But don't put him on these levels. You guys, everybody in this day and age, puts these guys on these levels before they're there yet.
Who put him on what level?
Well, he's got him in the fray. Elvis Presley, he said, take down the billboard.
You're fabricating stuff over here. First of all, calm down. Calm down. No one would ever accuse you of being stupid. You're quite brilliant, I might add. Just look at all the work that you're doing. And, high heat on the MLB network. You got your own podcast now. You're making a podcast. You got your own channel. I mean, give me a break. Nobody thinks you're stupid, not by any stretch of the imagination. But you know what you are? You know what you are, Doggy?
Which is that?
You flip-flop. You flip-flop. I'm going to tell you how you do it. I'm going to tell you how you do it. Because in one hand, Mad Dog Russo, ladies and gentlemen, will sit up there and hold everybody accountable. Oh, where's the moment? Where's the moment? I mean, so what? They got these points. But when they really, really count it, what did he do? That's what Doggy does. And then the second somebody like John Morant comes and does it, oh, you guys got him up here like he's a Hall of Famer. No, we're acknowledging that the kind of moments you say you want these dudes to have, he gave it to you. So what now, Doggy?
They haven't won a series yet. You heard Jay. The Minnesota thought Jay was better. He thought Minnesota was better than Memphis early part of this series. I listened. I heard. I mean, take it easy. I already made a nice layup. Edwards made a mistake. I grant you. Nice play. I'm not just layup.
It's not a layup.
But you,
it's a dunk over a 6'4" player.
And I got to throw him in. All you guys, you put these. He's not Nate Archibald, all right? Now, come on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It was a layup. It was a layup.
I have not heard that name in a long time. This is what he does.
He said Nate Archibald. Congratulations to congratulations to Doggy. I thought he would say Koozie or Hal Gray or something.
That's later.
I thought J.J. Redick's going Koozie. Don't say Koozie.
Yeah,
we're talking Koozie later.
Yes.
We're talking Koozie later. All right, Jay, thanks for blessing us with the ebony to Russo's ivory this fine morning.
I love the suit. He does look good.
Looks good. It looks really good. It looks really good.
2, Stephen A. I'm going to want 2.
2. Yeah, or 0. Because I ain't going to owe you anything after that series.
I love Memphis. He just write me a check.
I love Memphis, but the Warriors are beating them. They're winning that series.
I know, I think Golden State's a better team. I'm just saying,